Alright, yo, time for some unboxing action of the DJI Mini 3 Pro along with the Fly More Kit Plus. So maybe we'll get the kit out first and put the box aside. Let's see what we have in here. This is a very similar bag to the Mavic Air 2. In fact, rather than speculate, I'm just gonna put them side by side. Yeah, very similar in size. This is for the Air 2, and this is for the Mavic Mini. Let's see. Yes, suspect that the Air 2 bag is maybe 15 to 20% larger. It's not that significant, but it's definitely larger. Lengthwise, about the same, and in terms of top down, yeah, pretty similar. In terms of height, about the same. And with that, let's go check out what's inside the Mini 3 Fly More Kit Plus. So let's see, we've got some cables here. We have additional props. We have the batteries. This looks like a battery charger. Okay, should I just destroy it? Okay, I will just rip it out. Okay. Oh, this is very, very different from the chargers that we've had in the past. This looks really nice and compact. Yeah, pretty impressed. But it's also the first Mini that we've owned, so hard to say. Well, we'll do a quick battery comparison. I'm taking out the battery pack from the Mavic Air 2 and comparing it with the battery from the Mavic Mini 3 Pro. So height wise, very similar, but in terms of depth, I think one could make the argument that the Mini battery is maybe about 40% or 60% the size. Okay, I must say I'm very impressed by this. This makes it so easy to travel with, and I'm guessing that there will be some kind of no. So I've got in, I've got out. Interesting, in seems to be USB-C, but where is the cable, man? So does it work this way? Okay, but what does that plug to? Does it plug to a USB? Does it really give sufficient juice? That's something to ponder about. And based on the packaging, yeah, it looks like this is all they're providing. So USB connection, interesting. And what's pretty fascinating is we've never had a drone capable of running for 47 minutes. Typically you're looking at 10, 15, 20 minutes of flight time, maybe 25, but never quite 47. This is a first. Okay, so let's get the Fly More Kit Plus out of the way, and then we'll make it time for us to unbox the Mini 3 Pro. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so we have already. Okay. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Packaging up there to keep the unit nice and secure. Let's free it from its cardboard prison, and voila, the Mini 3 Pro. Wow, it's really light. So it's supposed to come in at 249 grams. Forward sensors, downward facing sensors. Ooh, does it have rear sensors? It looks like, oh, Okay, maybe they're situated right here and here. We can do a side-by-side comparison. This is the Mavic Mini Air 2, which I've been flying for the last 2 or 3 years. Have them side by side. So I'm quite curious, where is the rear sensor in the Mavic Mini 3? Or could they be housed in that position? Okay, and like the Mavic Air 2, it doesn't have upward looking sensors, it's got downward facing sensors, forwards. So very similar in terms of its proximity detection. Well, the profile is quite different. Let's put them side by side, forward facing, and you can see its design profile is quite different. If we were to deploy the Mavic Air, this is how it's done. And if you deploy the, oh, interesting, so it looks like this goes backwards, and does this flip forwards? That's interesting, that's a first. Okay, and there we go. You've got the Mavic Mini 3 and the Mavic Air 2 side by side. We'll do a quick little size comparison. Go for a top-down shot now. And I'm gonna place the Mavic Mini 3 right on top. Okay, we've got some shadow action, but from this perspective, you can actually see the contrast in size. So 249 grams, this guy. I'm not quite sure what the Mavic Air 2 weighs. I'm guessing it's probably around the 500 gram, thereabouts range. Yeah, this feels about half the weight. And yeah, there we go, and here it is. The unboxing of the DJI Mini 3 Pro alongside its Fly More kit. Yeah, I guess what's remaining is for us to, okay, let's see. It's always a tricky proposition dealing with the gimbal guards. We've been flying the DJI drone since the year 20. Oh my goodness, when was our first one? 2013? I think so, 2013, 2012, that might have been 2014, thereabouts. That's when we had our first drones, and yeah man, sometimes getting the gimbal guard off the drone itself can be a rather delicate operation. Looks like we have freed. Wow, okay, this is really different. This is really different in terms of how they place the camera in here. Very, very different. So traditionally, it's kind of housed like this, but the way it's been put together with what seems to be, I wish I was an engineer. I wish I could explain to you what's going on over here. These side support struts of some sorts. You don't have them with the Mini, with the Air 2, which is on my left. So what this does is something we've missed on our drones for a number of years now. The ability to take a pure vertical photo, because you can see the camera does allow you to do that. You can do horizontal. You can switch it to vertical, which was not an option for the DJI Air 2. There's no way you could do that. Can I? No. Right. But that's been given a new lease of life in the DJI Mini 3. So there you go, and there you have it. A little unboxing of our newest addition to the SAPP fleet, the Mini 3, and let's see what it sounds like when it's powered up. Yeah, I'm guessing the battery will be flat for transportation purposes, so I guess what remains, hang on, where is the battery housed? Oh, the battery is housed underneath. That's also very different. Wow, the battery is housed at the back. Very different from our experience with the DJI Mavics, the Inspires, the Phantoms. The batteries are always top loading, like that. I don't know if this is a thing that the Mini has been known for. But yeah, this is new. You have a rear loading battery pack. So what remains is for us to charge this flying camera up, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you some vistas from this amazing fella in a few days time. Well, I think we have neglected to actually look at the RC, the remote controller. Gonna savagely get rid of this plastic jail cell. It's been in, oh my word, okay. So this is also drastically different from our experiences with the DJI products, in the sense that you needed to have a remote control, an RC, and then you need to have a secondary device like a smartphone to do most of the hard work. Speaking to the drone, turning on the app, connecting the GPS. So if your phone battery went dead, even if you had your drones fully charged, yep, game over. But now with the Mini 3's DJI RC, the controls look pretty similar. You've got your trigger, no trigger buttons, or they are. Trigger buttons are behind. It looks like, oh my goodness, what? Okay, this is new. Maybe I didn't know about this before, but they've got a housing for the, again, not an engineer. These will be knobs. I don't know, there's a housing. It did not exist from previous products, so that when you transport it and bring it from place to place, you don't end up damaging it. I mean, to be honest, I've been flying this fella for like 3 years now, and I've always was able to just simply chuck into the bag, and yeah, it's still doing well. But this is quite cool. I must say, this is quite cool. Let's see, so that screw on clockwise fashion. Okay, and if I'm not wrong, we should have sports mode. Is that normal mode? And then tripod mode? I'm not entirely sure. You've got your pause button and the home button over here. You've got power. Oh, okay. Why is this live? Why is this charged? Oh, wow. This is... I was holding it the wrong way. I see. What? It doesn't come with a set of antennas? This is a first. We always had antennas with the previous RCs, and the fact that this one doesn't have it truly hurts my brain. Wow. How is it going to... Well, I guess what remains is a test flight. So anyways, there you go, and there you have it. This is the DJI RC. Love the design. Holds very well. Feels pretty sturdy. Love the feel of the knobs and the dials. Okay. Yeah, this is really cool. A little recess for you to place your knobs when not in use. And once more, the Mini 3. Fortunately, should have known that the batteries are discharged for transportation. And according to my brother, apparently that these new batteries are more intelligent than the ones from before, and they'll discharge themselves after 3 days, which means that they'll have a much longer lifespan. And do these come off? No, these do not come off, which is interesting. You need to screw and unscrew them. What? This is also another point of difference, people. With most of the DJI drones which we have flown in the past, you'll be able to quite simply yep, there we go. It just takes you less than a second to remove the props and put them back again for transport, or if you broke off or chipped off a prop, putting them back in is super easy to do. But from what I can see, these are screwed in, which means am I seeing this correct? They're screwed in. So I'm curious to know how long it's gonna take to replace one of these props, especially when you're in a pressing situation like it's an epic sunset, golden hour, the sky is lit like never before, the clouds are just beautifully composed, and you've got damaged props and you want to bring your drone up back into the air again. I'm not sure how much time it's gonna take, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 screws in total. Am I seeing this correctly? You've got to screw in these props. Okay, that's to be honest, a little bit of a downer. I'm not sure why they've gone for this design. What's the thought process behind this design? I'm supposing it makes it a much more rigid or flying machine, especially when it's so light and dealing with winds. Yeah, I don't know. If you know, let me know. And that concludes. It went on certainly a lot longer than I expected it to be. But yeah, this concludes our little unboxing video of our latest addition to the Singapore Aerial Panoramic Photography Fleet, the DJI Mini 3 Pro. We'll take it out for a spin sometime tomorrow. And this is it.